caroms all the way back to neutral ice. Now Zach again. He's all over the ice here. First period. Zach in deep on the left wing. Fires from a sharp angle. On the deflection. Jackets score.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Good Side of Sports podcast, where we highlight the good being done by athletes and organizations. I'm your host, Brian Hartong, and today we're coming to you from Columbus, Ohio, inside Nationwide Arena, which is the home of the Columbus Blue Jackets of the National Hockey League, as well as the Columbus Blue Jackets Foundation. And joining me today is Tara Battiato.
I'm good in hockey because I have a tough last name to pronounce.
Exactly.
I found my home.
Exactly. Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So I guess we'll start off a little bit finding about you and then about the foundation or your role in the foundation.
Yeah. So I just finished my first season with the club. I moved to Columbus in October of 2025. I've always been in sports philanthropy for the last 17 seasons. Spent some time in the NFL with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Denver Broncos. And then I started my sports journey in game entertainment with the Houston Rockets.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So understand the power of sports and the beauty that is bringing so many different people from all different walks of life together to cheer on the team to a victory, and making a career out of it has been something really special.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What brought you here? So Columbus after all those places.
Of all places, the weather, clearly. I was just so stoked. No, the Jackets are a really special organization. I knew it from the jump when the recruiter called me. The golden rule is something that is woven into every single part of our business. And it started with Mr. McConnell, our late owner. And he really just truly treat everybody how you want to be treated. And from the moment I had a recruiting call all the way up through the interview process, I'm like, oh, this is a very special place with a lot of opportunity. Like, please pick me. Like, please let me be here. And so once I got in the building, like every single one of my teammates, the players, our fifth line, the partners, I mean, it's such a special place to be able to work. So
That's awesome.
I'm happy to be here.
So if people don't know about the foundation, what's the mission and how long has it been in existence?
Yeah, so from the very beginning, 2000, and we just celebrated our 25th season last year.
Yes.
So in 2000, Mr. McConnell, very simple but very powerful mission, make Columbus better. So we do that through our mission of health and wellness for families and children in Central Ohio.
Okay. Is there a specific story that sticks out to you as far as like how the foundation has affected someone?
We have so many moments every day. There, even if it's with Stinger and having like this crucial moment with a fan that traveled from far and wide to meet him and they were so excited, all the way up to, our players are such incredible ambassadors for our organization, or working with our board. So there's a ton of stories, and I knew this question was coming, and our incredible comms team, and Lindy specifically, who's such an all-star, recently promoted, so
nice. Congrats.
Good work to Lindy. She prepared me for this, and I know I have to narrow it down, but there's so many incredible things that we get to do. Specifically, we got to just open up a ropes course for Flying Horse Farms. And one of my very first days, we had a grant reception here at Nationwide Arena where we get to talk to all of our grant recipients for the season. And, at that point, I was just quite frankly like reading words because I was brand new to the gig. And as I was as I'm going through and meeting the groups, I just became kind of overwhelmed with emotion because I knew that we, of course, have our 4 pillars, of course, want to grow the game of hockey, but truly, like these groups, and one of them being Flying Horse Farms with an adaptive ropes course, like that we invested over $200,000 just to make these kiddos' lives better. Like I was overwhelmed with emotion because I get to be in this leading role to be able to make those changes happen. Just something like that, right? Like we're a sports team, but like we care enough to look at these kiddos and be like, hey, challenge by choice. Like we want you to be able to feel empowered, to be brave, and be able to participate just like any other able-bodied child. So Yeah, that was like my very first moment and my very first
Okay.
thing on the time on the gig. Excuse me, like
That's okay.
Yeah, like my first time. So that's something that special sticks out to me.
I know the foundation's, so Grow the Game, as far as like, I know you guys give out equipment. Is that
Yeah.
part of the foundation as well?
Yeah, for
Okay,
sure. So
okay.
we actually have a Recycle the Game program that's coming up where fans and families can donate gently used equipment to then we repurpose them and clean them up and then sell them at a very discounted price
Okay.
to individuals who want to try to play the game of hockey. It is, we're aware that there's quite a barrier of entry. One, ice time, incredibly expensive. Two, the gear it just takes to be able to step on the ice.
Right.
And then of course, three, when they're little kiddos, they're growing at such a rapid rate.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so it's a pretty big investment. So to be able to lower that barrier of entry and be able to create access for all children is something we're really proud of.
You were saying about grants. How many grants do you give out a year?
Yeah, so there's not a specific number. Whatever we generate in donations throughout the season is really what I get to work with,
Okay.
which is also very unique to our club. Whatever we raise, we give directly out the very next season. This season, we have 28 grant recipients
Oh, wow.
for a little more than $1.5 million.
Do they know that they are
They
recipients?
know.
Okay.
We're not announcing it
Okay.
until officially like mid-October.
Okay, I was going to ask
at our
who
great
they
reception.
were, but we don't know yet.
No,
Okay, I
so we have our 4 pillars. I don't know if I've touched on that yet. So it's pediatric cancer,
Okay.
health and safety, growing the game of hockey, and then education.
Okay.
So what does that mean? Right? So education specifically through literacy. We have some pretty awesome K through 3 benchmarks for literacy here in the state of Ohio. So being able to make reading fun
Okay.
and exciting for children is something that's important to us. Health and safety, that's really activity through play. We found a really unique kind of lane with our playground builds.
Okay.
So we build these state-of-the-art, adaptive, very cool, if you ask me, Blue Jackets hockey-themed playgrounds.
Oh, okay.
So that's really great. We just built our 15th playground. So
All,
we have
all around the city?
Yep, all
Okay.
around Central Ohio. Pediatric cancer, we do therapy through distraction. So we understand that these kiddos and families are going through quite a bit. So to be able to provide them an experience, to have some respite, come out, have a good time, and just feel like a kid again is something that's really important to us. And then of course, growing hockey. So if that's through scholarships, supporting travel teams, if it's through building rinks, outdoor rinks to be able to create access to the game, or refurbishing equipment, you name it, we're kind of a part of it.
Do you guys, I know there's several chillers
Yep,
in the area.
6 chillers.
Are you guys associated with those, or do you do anything with those?
We do, we are associated with them. We have a AAA team that works out of the chillers. We have a chiller here at the arena,
Yeah.
so if you want to go skate, that's always a ton
Okay.
of fun. And then we do run our youth programming, our Power Play Challenge, and then our Get Out and Learn
Okay.
through the chillers as well. And then employees also get to skate
Oh,
at a
really?
discounted rate.
Nice. Oh, that's
In
cool.
case you want to know, you may find me or one of my colleagues
Yeah.
like taking some skate lessons on our Sundays off.
One of my buddies plays hockey, and he said,
Okay.
you should come out. So I went to one of the chillers
Yeah.
and found out that as long as you can go 2 miles an hour, I'm in.
I
But
know.
that's about the speed.
I mean, I make the joke all the time that like hockey is such an incredible sport and they make it look so easy.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
that's where it's like, you don't even realize it because skating is, you can't skate.
No.
If you can't skate, you can't play hockey.
Right,
Right.
right.
And so that's the first step. And so when we were having all of these Get Out and Learn, and we had a specific one with our gal pals, which I love. And it was, girls between 5 and 9,
Okay.
just to get them on the ice and have fun. And they were so fearless.
Yeah.
And it was such a great Saturday that it inspired me. So I did take lessons, and I
Okay.
do currently take lessons, but it's almost like when I talk to our athletes, I almost don't want to tell them because they'll check in on me
Right.
like, how's everything going? And I'm
Right.
like, I can almost hockey stop, but I can't because I don't have the velocity.
Right, yeah.
But
That's-
you do have to be fearless.
That's what I want to do.
I know. The hockey stop is so cool. It's so cool. And skating backwards. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful sport. And
Yeah.
they make it look so easy.
I
But these
know.
individuals have been training for so long.
Yeah.
And they even train now. Like skating is, you could see now when you, like a little tip I'll tell you, is when they get on the ice, you can actually see them like look down or kind of hold on. Because
Okay.
it is like that first step.
Right, yeah.
Even the pros, like
Right.
you got to be careful.
Do any players get involved with any of the initiatives
Yes.
that you have?
So we have our significant others and spouses group associated with our hockey operations and hockey players. We call them the Lady Jackets.
Okay.
So a lot of these women are incredible skaters. So they have come out to some of our clinics and helped inspire and coach.
Okay.
And then the players, they're incredible ambassadors for our club. And if you know anything about hockey, it is a grueling schedule. And that is one thing that I have to highlight, because they are not only playing 42 home games at home, but 42 road games.
Right.
In addition, they're like playing a game, immediately getting on a plane, playing a game next day. So for them to then, in addition to professional life and then all of their upkeep and training throughout their career and then their personal life, they do make like such incredible appearances for the foundation. If it's showing up to a hockey clinic, if it's having an experience after a game to meet one of our either community heroes, or maybe it was a foundation auction item to meet the families, or like they go above and beyond. And I cannot like shout from the rooftops enough how incredible like our entire team is.
Is there any players that have specific foundations or that are linked with yours?
There are mission alignment throughout the locker room, and it's always interesting because every year the roster changes, and every year, like, they also change as human beings, right? Maybe they became a parent, maybe they grew a little, if they just came from a different country and they're here in America and they're learning a little bit about Central Ohio. So the mission alignment kind of changes.
Okay.
Specifically, Zach Wawrinski, he has first responders. He grew up, his father was a first responder.
Oh, okay.
And so that's something that's really great with him. Charlie Coyle, who we're so stoked to have back with a nice big contract. Like, couldn't be more stoked for him and his family.
Right.
He has 2 little daughters, and so pediatric cancer with him and making appearances at the Ronald McDonald House, going above and beyond, is always something special.
Is there any fundraiser events or big events that you guys do annually, or is there a series that you have, a schedule of events that you have?
Yeah, so we have 2 big fundraising events each season. The Golf Classic, which is coming up. I'm locking in. I just ordered our golf gift. I'm pretty excited about it. It's a Double Eagle golf course, which is a pretty exclusive golf course here in Columbus. I didn't know that the golfing scene was so huge when I moved here.
Yeah, it's big.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
And so Double Eagle, that's a big one for us. And then we have the Cannonball, which is, we like to call the party of the year.
Okay.
It's our charity gala, but it's not like any other gala because it's themed. Last year it was here at the arena. You come, you have a good time. The program's a little short, which I love. Don't tell my nonprofit friends.
Right.
But the program is we're in it. Our players are there. Their loved ones are there. It's just like a party, and we raise a ton of money.
I saw some of the pictures that you guys posted of the players coming in and their outfits and stuff like that. It was pretty. Yeah. Looked like they were having a good time.
We love a theme in Columbus also. The Blue Jackets love a theme.
Right.
So.
Right. What would you say your most successful event is? Is it that one as far as raising
funds?
My
next one, right? Isn't that what the
answer is? Right.
Really, what we're looking forward to this year, so on game day, we have a 50-50 raffle and an online auction. And we have such a captive audience here. We have incredible fifth line fans, 85% occupancy almost every single game.
The attendance is great.
We are in and we are committed. And so one of my main goals this year is to just continue to tell our story through the foundation and tell our fifth line, because the 50-50 is something you could do every single game day. And you're contributing. Well, one, you could win 50% of the pot, which is awesome. Good on you. I would love to win. And then secondly, you're contributing directly into the groups and the nonprofits that we are granting.
Okay.
So a lot of the nonprofits come volunteer with us and sell the 50-50 raffle. So you're not only learning about the Blue Jackets mission, you're also learning about theirs. So it's really a win-win for everybody. And it's just such an easy way to get involved and feel good about yourself and feel good about our mission. So really looking forward to telling the story of the 50-50 in the online auction. And then plus you get some really cool signed gear. We have jerseys or signed equipment. So in our group, our foundation manager, her name is Mary. She's incredibly creative. And so we'll tie the auction into the game theme. So if it's, St. Patrick's theme, you'll see like all these really cool green gear, or Kirill Marchenko. We had March Madness. So it was like a whole auction for Marchi, which was fun. So it's just creative and a great way to contribute.
I know the silent auction, you don't even have to be here.
No, you don't.
Do you have to do the 50-50? Do you have to be here?
You do not. You can buy online.
Okay.
Great question.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Both of them you can buy online.
Okay.
You have to be, for the 50-50, you have to be within a specific radius
Okay.
in central Ohio. But the online auction, just let it rip. You can be anywhere.
I get messages when
Yes.
it's time to.
Thank you for
I scroll
opting
through
in.
and.
Thank you for opting in.
Yeah, for sure.
My mother will continue to buy things online. I'm like, Billy, stop buying things. I can get you something signed, but she wants to contribute, and we appreciate her donation. But
as far as corporate sponsors, do you have a lot of contributions from the local businesses?
Yeah, we are so thankful for our sponsors. Because it really just elevates the story, and it continues to tell not only our mission, but our nonprofit grant recipients' missions, and we continue to get to do that through our partners. The adaptive ropes course, for instance, Greif is one of our partners, and they also contributed to that ropes course. Okay. So it was not only elevated through us, but also a partnership. Many of our partners have a community component. So the Carpenters Union is one of our partners, and we just built playhouses for Habitat for Humanity, which was awesome. So they came in, it was a volunteer opportunity for their staff. We built 10 homes of these play homes, gifted it the same day. So, it was a win-win for everyone involved, and the kiddos got to come and see them, and the carpenters felt great, we felt great. We got to use Nationwide Arena for the backdrop for them to be able to build. So yes, partners are involved in almost every single one of our community.
The 5K, is that part of you guys as well?
The 5K, the Fit Line 5K is not, does not have a charitable reach. Well, it's not connected through the foundation. It is through our fans and our marketing, which is fun. I got to run it this year.
I ran it 2 years ago.
Was it cold when you ran it?
Yeah, it was super cold.
Yeah, it was freezing. I was running it and I'm like, what am I doing? But we have the 50-50 raffle and then the auction at the Fifth Line. Okay. 5K.
Cool. Yeah. I know pediatric cancer is really big, because I think you guys have dedicated a couple games to it.
For sure.
You'll have in between the breaks, you'll talk about it and stuff like that.
Totally. So it's cause marketing. It's through the NHL. They have some benchmarks that we all need to meet, and Hockey Fights Cancer is one of our evenings, and we're just focused on pediatric cancer. So that is what cancer that we really do emphasize on that evening. It's something that is from the very beginning of our club with Nationwide Children's Hospital right down the street. It was just a no-brainer for us to really focus in on that pediatric cancer piece. This last season, we made a $1.5 million donation to Nationwide Children's. We're really proud of that. They do incredible work. We do our annual player hospital visit at Nationwide Children's, so the entire roster gets to go and visit the patients, which is really incredibly special. We hand out Courage kits, which is just a bunch of really cool Blue Jackets swag, and the players sign them and spend 5 to 10 minutes in each room and just get to meet the families, which is special for us. But we have at Nationwide Children's, we also have a family care unit at the bottom of the hospital, and it's it's a place for the families to be able to wash their clothes, take their kids to play, whatever they need to do to kind of have a little bit of respite. So we're going to do a complete overhaul of that room, because we did open it in 2000. And then we are starting a Heart and Glory Fund. Okay. And that's really just for anything that the patients will need and the families throughout their stay. So if it's journaling, if it is a visit from a therapy dog, if it's, anything they need, we're going to be able to provide that for them.
I did a episode with the Hall of Fame, and they said whenever a new group come in, they get with them, and if there's a charity that they want to support, do you guys, when new players come in, or every year, do you get with the players and say, hey?
We do, yeah. We have a survey each season that we get to talk through and kind of find out mission alignment and let them know what our mission pillars are. 'Cause similar to our fans, you just got to keep repeating it over and over and over again. Because, this podcast, we're not normally... sometimes the nonprofit world, it's not the sexiest of topics, right? And so to be able to continue to tell our mission, continue to tell them about our grant recipients, what our plans are for the year, we sit down with each of them and just chat it out, and then they get to tell us what their mission alignment is as well. We have a huge footprint at the Ronald McDonald House.
Oh, okay.
And it's right across the street from Nationwide Children's here in Ohio and in Columbus, and it started with our Lady Jackets, and they were looking at something to be programming to continue throughout the season, and they have really just wrapped their arms around them. We have an incredible footprint there, the whole bottom basement, where we have a princess room where they get to have princess outfits that they try on. We're remodeling the hair salon this year. The Lady Jackets go monthly and they cook a meal and serve a meal to the patients. Sean Monahan did a bingo night. Like, we really just we find this mission alignment because they let us know. And it's through those conversations and us telling our mission and us telling our stories that they're inspired. And not only are they new to Columbus, but they're also could have had a really awesome program in their previous club that we can implement here.
Right. One of my favorite auctions that you guys have is when the player and their wives make a basket.
Yes.
That's
our favorite things basket.
Yeah,
it's a ton of fun. So it's usually around the holidays, and their family comes together with their favorite things. Yeah. And we auction it off at a game, and all of those proceeds go towards the Lady Jacket Fund, which then the Lady Jackets decide where they want to put the funds towards, and they have the dollars to be able to do it. So this year is the hair salon, which we're super stoked about.
Right.
So we're going to completely remodel that, and if you could imagine your child is at Nationwide Children's, they've been there. Maybe you thought you were going to be there for a day, you end up being there for a month. You're at the Ronald McDonald House, so to be able to, one, of course, take care of the child, but two, like a parent, to be able to get your hair washed, cut, it's huge, and we're just super stoked to be a part of it.
That's cool. Do you have former players come back and participate
We do.
in things?
Mr. Nash.
Okay, yeah.
We love Mr. Nash. He loves when I call him. He's thrilled. No, he's awesome. We have, several players that have decided to make Columbus home. Yeah. It's a special place to be. It's a really great city to be in. I always say there's so much opportunity. The sky's the limit for this city. And so players come back, and then when they do, they of course help out when they can. Cam Atkinson made an appearance for us on behalf of military members this year. We got to go to MEPS, which was awesome. He was lovely. Yeah. And of course, this was my first time getting to meet him because I was new to the club, but super charismatic guy. Military is special to him, and he made a personal donation. So,
nice.
Getting to work with the guys, present, past, always a good time.
Gotcha. So do you have a yearly goal as far as dollars raised? Is there a number that you guys?
Yeah, we always have a KPI, right? And where I have so when I took the job, it's always very daunting. People are what are you going to do? What's the next 3 to 5 years? And you're oh, just let me find my way around the arena. But as Columbus continues to grow and we consider there's going to be other opportunities to be able to get out in the community and help. And when we look at our 4 pillars and we think about expanding those 4 pillars, we have to be able to raise more dollars in order to give them out. And so we really do have some pretty aggressive fundraising goals for this season. And I'm excited because our theme is no more excuses. We're doing it.
All right.
We're going to change our foundation footprint on game day, which I'm really looking forward to redesigning our kiosk, redesigning just bring a little bit more energy and passion, be able to tell our story with our 50-50 and our volunteers, and being able to, from the moment we're selecting these groups to the moment they're selling on game day, every interaction with them, to be able to show them our enthusiasm for them, their enthusiasm for us, will then translate to our 5th line and be able to tell the story a little bit better.
Yeah, the people that go around for the 50-50, they do a great job. Yeah. They talk to everybody.
Our youth hockey groups, they're not playing around because they know, and they know the importance of the more dollars that we raise, the more money that they will be able to receive. And so that's really just a personal moment for me, and then also, with our board. It's something that's really important for them. We, of course, have fundraising goals every single year. We want to continue to grow, but we want to be intentional with the pillars and the growth of the community and where we need to see it. And so when we receive the grants, each year we have about a month of a grant cycle. and nonprofits reach out to us, and like incredibly worthy causes, and so many things that I'm like, all I want to do is give money out,
Right,
but I only
right.
have so much, and we need to be within the pillars. But that's one of my really big goals, is to be able to expand our foundation footprint and do that through different ways.
Is there a section that sells food that volunteers go in?
We do have volunteer opportunities, yes. And then there is a roundup, if you want to round up, at our Blue Line store. That's another way to be able to contribute.
Yes. Right, okay. And then you can always donate online. Do you have a
You
do you
can
have a
always donate
portal?
online. Yes,
Okay.
we do.
Okay, is it connected to the main site, the jacket site? Okay.
Yep. Under our foundation, under community, click that. There's a drop down. You can go right there.
Okay.
Donate.
Final question. You were just talking about the next 3 to 5 years. Do you see a change or a different direction or anything that you're trying to add? I know you're saying different fundraising goals and stuff like that.
You know, it's so exciting. And I am like, you know, we're hiring a new mascot performer, and I'm like so excited and passionate because where that program can go and where we can grow that and contribute to the foundation, right? If it's a Stinger 5K, and then or if it's merch that's specifically, you know, there's just so much opportunity. And so I think just my goal is to continue to be enthusiastic and passionate about our 4 causes, about our 4 pillars, to continue to bring that energy in any situation that I'm at. If it's an appearance with the players, if it's speaking with you, if it's, you know, at all of our very favorite luncheon moments where we get to go, but just in meeting like my fellow community heroes, like that's truly my goal. Is I want people to remember the Blue Jackets as a group of, first of all, very talented hockey people.
Right, for sure.
And we are winners. And get ready, hold on tight.
That's right.
But then second, that everyone you interact with, and like, we will make the world a better place. We're going to make Central Ohio better, and that's our goal. And everyone in this building is under the same goal. Like, we're all trying our very best, and we're doing it. And so hopefully that's the memory or the thought you have after you interact with me or any of my teammates or any of our foundation or community impact humans. Like, we're all just doing the most, and we're excited to see what's next.
That's why I created this, just to bring this to life, because I mean, you guys are all so passionate about what you're doing, and it's just very inspiring. So I love it. So
Well,
Tara,
thank you for taking the time.
Thank you for coming out and meeting with us. So if anything we can do in the future, let me know. And that concludes our episode. Thank you for tuning in, and tune in next time where I'll bring you another amazing foundation doing amazing work. And remember, show your good side out there, everyone.